Welcome to the Violas TV, and today I'm very excited. We received our short reset trigger kit from Sig Sauer. This one is compatible with the 226, 227, and as well as the 229. Today we're going to show you how to install it into my Sig Sauer P226 chambered in .40 caliber Smith & Wesson. And before we get going, always want to practice safety first. As you can see, nothing in the mag there. Going to lock the slide back. Nothing in the chamber. So factory trigger, this is what it kind of looks like right now. So I'm going to pull on it there, right? Give it a nice little reset, as you can see. A little spongy there. We're going to do it again. All right, so we're going to show you how it looks like after the install. Let's get started. Open up your package. You should get two pieces. One's going to be your safety lever, and next is going to be your new sear. So those are the two pieces that should come in your short reset trigger package. Okay, first thing we're going to do, of course, is drop the mag. Make sure nothing's in there, as you can see. Lock your slide back. Nothing in the chamber, so we are safe. So to drop the slide, or to take it down, you're going to lock it back, number one. And then you're going to push down right here, and that should stay down like that. You're going to push down on your slide lock there, and as you can see, the top should just come off. So I'm using this vise just for video purposes. There are three tools you're going to need. You're going to need a 1/16 punch, a set of tweezers if you do need to use them, and as well as a flathead screwdriver. We're going to make sure the hammer is decocked. So you're going to push on down on your decocking mechanism. Make sure the hammer's up. That takes the tension off the spring here. So that little spring there, we're going to push it to the side and make sure it pops up. So I'm going to use my tweezers, and as you can see, tension of the spring is off that little rod there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to push. There's a pin on the side of the firearm here. So there's a pin here. Should be loose there because we took the tension off the spring. So you can push on either side. I'm going to push from this side here just so that you guys can see it come out. So it should be pretty loose. So you're going to use your punch and pop that pin out. So we're going to take that pin, put it to the side. We're going to drop that spring. So you're going to take your punch out, and everything may fall out, or you may be able to take it out piece by piece. So I'm going to pop this punch out and just kind of let everything fall through that mag well. And there you go. Everything just kind of falling out. It may do that for some of you. For some of you, it may not. So you may need your tweezers to kind of pull the little pieces out. So as you can see, we've taken out the factory safety lever. So that's what it looks like in comparison to the new one. The spring, you're going to keep that. We're going to put that aside with your pin. And this is the factory sear. So if you just compare the two, right, a little slightly different. And now we're going to install the new sear and the new safety. First thing we're going to install is the sear. So you're going to grab your tweezers, grab the sear kind of right there. You're going to have your 1/16 punch ready, like to go through where that pin was. So this has to go underneath that little rod and then over the hammer. So you could always just slide it. Eventually, it's going to take you a few tries, and there you go. So sitting on top of the hammer, you're going to take your punch and punch it through there to hold the sear in place. Okay, while we have the punch holding the sear, you're going to pick up your safety lever. You're going to want to jam it in between the sear and the frame of the gun. And as you're doing that, make sure you hold the sear up with my middle finger there. And I'm going to push that safety lever in between. Now, while you're holding the sear, it may be a little tricky. Grab your set of tweezers and try to line up the hole on that safety pin where your punch is going to go. So see that hole there? We're going to line it up while we're holding it all in place. Okay, we're getting close. And there we go. So now you have the punch holding the safety lever and as well as the sear. Now that we have the safety lever in and as well as the sear, next thing that needs to go in is going to be your spring. So this spring is going to sit right in between the sear there. So all you got to do is I'd probably take a pair of tweezers, and it doesn't really matter which way it goes. It's going to sit the same. You're going to pull your punch back a bit, drop it in the middle of the sear there, and then push your punch right back through. So now that the punch is holding the spring, the sear, and your lever. Okay, now we're going to put the pin that you popped back in. While you have your punch in there, you're going to take your pin, put it back in that same hole where your punch is lining everything up. And at the same time as you're pushing on that pin, you're going to keep a little pressure on that punch so that it holds everything in place as you're pushing through. Now, as you can see, the pin has now been installed there. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have an even gap on both ends. You don't want it sitting over where the slide moves back and forth, because then that could get caught on there and cause some damage. So you want to kind of push it till you get an even kind of space, and that should be pretty good. We're going to take that spring. It has to go under that rod and over. So I'm going to use my flathead here, kind of push down on that spring, and I'll use my fingernail and my finger to kind of push down, and that should getting so close. May take you a few attempts. And we're over. See that there? So spring has to go under there and over. Just maybe double check. You can use a punch, maybe even use your fingernail. Yeah, and we're good there. Okay, so we're going to put the slide back on. So you're just going to line it up like so. And you're going to lock it in place. And when you have it locked in place there, you're going to push back up on there. And now you're good to go. Now that we've installed our new SRT kit into our Sig Sauer P226, let's see what it feels like. But first things first, safety. Nothing in the mag well there. Let's lock the slide back. As you can see, nothing in the chamber. We are clear. Okay, let's see what it feels like. Feels a lot less spongier already. And pull. Let's check the reset. A lot shorter, definitely from the factory one. Let's do it one more time. Wow, that feels great. We're going to decock it. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press like. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, theviolastv, and hit that notification bell so when we pop up with new videos, you'll get notified. Thank you, and peace out.